Hey guys, we are back. Fatima Fridays is in the building. 716 Fire 716 Radio. Big Frank, D Money Mac. We have some special guests today. I am so happy to be here, and I'm so happy for you guys to be here with me. So you guys already know I am Fatima from Fatima Fridays, and it's a party. It's a party.
It's a party.
I am the CEO of Strong Heart to Soul Incorporated, a business here where we educate, prevent, and work to eradicate heart disease in underserved communities. Today, we will be celebrating our mothers. So we are going to talk about our mothers. We're going to talk about your mothers. Got some jokes to give, all of that good stuff. And we have a wonderful guest as well. So we have a couple of guests today. So definitely come on in the room. Come in, give us some inspiration. You can give us a call. You can text message, inbox. Just get at us. You know how we do. Fatima Friday.
Yes. I love that. And Frank's like,
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Myles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
TQ, I am. The Queen I Am with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. TQ I Am inspires, uplift, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Yes. I only went to New Jersey one time, and it was a scary experience.
What part of Jersey you was in?
We went to.
It wasn't
oh
Patterson.
My gosh, no, it wasn't Patterson. It was. It's like 30 minutes from New York City. Like the. Yes. It was in Newark, and it was very hood,
rough.
very rough.
Yeah.
It was really rough.
Hampton is all right. Hampton is good. That's like really, it's like next door to Philly, right? Literally, like Buffalo, National.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And Rutgers, I like the, Rutgers is pretty good. The college and everything. I've been there a few times. It's different.
It's definitely
It's
different.
Like it's an extension of the city, though.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
different.
For sure.
About 30 seconds.
All right, Rebecca, how you doing?
Act like
love?
folks, Rob, Dave.
Somebody, my friend, this guy they met on TikTok was like, Newark, yikes. You ain't right.
I want to turn the party out. All right, guys, we are back. And y'all already know it's a party.
It's a party. It's a party. All right.
Yes. So y'all know it's Mother's Day weekend, and I want to send life and love and light and peace to all the mothers out there. No matter where you are in life, if you're here on earth, you're doing good, you're doing trying to do better, whatever the case may be. If you are in the heaven sky, dancing in the sky, no matter where you are in life, we want to give you all the homage, all the honor that we can. We just want to show and share love today. If you would like to say a line or two about your mom, you can give us a call here at 716-205-8136. And you can, get online. You can say whatever you like about your mom, positive things about your mom.
Right. Get on the phone and be like, you know what?
We have a guest here today with us. But before I introduce my guest, I do want to say we're going to talk about a couple different topics. I love to, get into blogs and read and all of that good stuff. So we're going to talk about Beyonce's first Renaissance tour concert that happened a few days ago in Sweden. And we're going to talk about this Chris Brown and Usher beef kind of thing that's going on a little bit. And then, we just going to talk to my guest who is in the building.
Yes.
It's simply amazing. He is a very special guest. His name is Mr. Saladin Allah. And he is a father, a writer, a teacher, and the founder of Atlanta School for Gifted Youngsters.
Yes.
So I am very honored to have you in the building.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, I am. You're like the first, what can I say, really distinguished guest that we had here on Fatima Fridays. Because you have been and done so much, and we want to talk about that. We want to explore it. We want to see how, when did you have time? Like we want to talk about it all. So so I'm gonna ask just a few questions, gonna get in your business a little bit. And we're gonna bring it out. We're gonna bring it out of you. I want you guys to, if you have any questions or comments for Saladin, definitely put them on the chat, put them inbox us, whatever you have, and we'll get those questions to him. But today, my first question. First, I just want to say it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. So you know how that can go sometimes. But I remember you growing up, younger. On what was it, Weston Avenue? Yeah, Weston Avenue here in the Falls. My aunt San. And my cousin Yusuf Thornton, rest his soul. You guys were very close. Your family, actually, right? So I remember you from then, and I remember you being, a little different. Not like all the other boys,
What you mean by that?
They was like different? Touching your butt and running, that kind of stuff. You wasn't into that kind of stuff back then.
I still ain't into that.
Well, that's great. That's wonderful. You're very respectful. I remember you being very, very nice and very respectful. So I definitely appreciate that growing up. But I want to ask, because what made you fall in love with our culture, like our people? How did you start this whole being?
Oh wow, my parents.
Your parents
my parents is a part of the Black Panthers. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh wow.
I grew up in a household. We didn't have no American flag in our household. We had a red, black, and green flag. So my parents are both culturally and socially conscious. My father, he collected African artifacts. So we had a bunch of statues from Africa, spears, shields, all different type of cultural elements that my family put around me and my siblings growing up. So we always had a sense of our identity. We never grew up thinking that we came from some slaves.
Wonderful.
When I'm 12 years old, I could talk to my peers about the Watutsi tribe, the Dinka tribe, what's different about this tribe in Africa from that tribe. I knew that we were the fathers and mothers of civilization very young.
Wow.
So I didn't have a sense of insecurity that some others would have that don't know anything about their culture. We would sit down as a family and watch programs that were specifically about our contributions to civilization as a people and have family discussions. So I didn't grow up in an environment that didn't reinforce who we were as a people. And the trajectory that set for me in life, I am who I am because of the foundation that my parents laid.
Wow.
My mother, she was also a social psychologist.
Oh.
So she was like the oracle on the matrix. You know what I'm saying? She had that sense of wisdom that naturally comes along with being a Black woman living in this society. But when you put education to that as well, with that sense of knowing your identity, that's kind of like putting nitro in a Lamborghini. You already fast.
Right.
But when you put that in there, it's even taking you beyond where you are,
Wow.
So I grew up in that kind of environment. So my parents, seeing my growth and development, they were never like, I think, wowed, I guess, from the things that they would see me do in my growth, because they set that type of foundation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I pass the same thing on to my daughters. Both of my daughters are graduates from Howard University, not because I said you need to go to a Black college. They chose that for themselves because how they see themselves and their willingness to contribute to our people's growth and development and to be a positive example for who we are.
Wow.
And that's what my family set for me. So I'm just taking that baton and striving to continue taking it further.
Yes.
We thank you so much for that, because growing up, here in Niagara Falls, we didn't see much of that, much of us being empowered. We didn't see it, we didn't hear it. I went to Lincoln University, but again, that was when I was 17, 18 years old, my freshman year of college, and I was simply amazed by the things that I learned there, and the different cultures and things of that nature. I had no idea, coming from a little place like Niagara Falls. Unfortunately, it was Black and white, and some Indians every now and then. And that's what I grew up seeing. So now understanding there's this big place, and this world is huge, and so many different people and so many different belief systems and things of that nature. It's amazing. And the fact that you're teaching our kids this, that to me is the utmost. I give you the utmost respect for that, because they a lot of it we don't know. So how are we supposed to teach them?
Right.
So I definitely appreciate that. I would like you to get into a little bit about the Atlantis School of Gifted Youngsters and tell us exactly what it's about.
Okay. So to your point about just going to a place and experiencing things beyond where we come from. If you look at the planet, it's 196,940,000 square miles. It's 57,255,000 square miles of land, 139,685,000 square miles of water. It's a big place. When you look at the United States, it's a little over 1% of the square mileage of this entire planet. A little over 1%. Now, most people that we come in contact with don't even really explore America like that.
Right.
They really don't do that. So what that really translates into is their entire world, their aspirations, what they think is possible, only exists in less than 1% of this entire planet.
Wow.
All their hopes, all their dreams only exist in less than 1% of the planet.
That's
so think about their lack of contact with people that come from outside of 1% of this planet. And they have no relationships and they're not learning anything about those kind of perspectives. It's a real limited way in which we see ourselves. We see people all the time that they don't think outside of their block. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Some people, they may think outside of their block. They just don't think outside of their city. Then you got those that just got a New York state of mind. They don't think outside of this state,
True.
But there's also people that don't think outside of this country, and that's still limited.
Very.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if a lot of times people don't have an opportunity to physically travel, they have to travel intellectually through books, through exposing themselves to content that's beyond where they actually live at. Especially when you give that to children, because now you're building children to become global citizens. So that's really the goal behind the Atlantis School for Gifted Youngsters. When you look at the Marvel universe and you learn about the X-Men, Professor Xavier had a school for gifted youngsters, and what he would do is he would identify these gifted children And then he would utilize the elder mutants as facilitators to be able to teach these younger mutants how to use their powers and how to control them and to live in a society where they're constantly in contact with people who don't have those powers.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
when you look at Stan Lee, he created the X-Men based upon the racial dynamics in this country. Professor Xavier was the archetype of Dr. Martin Luther King. Magneto was the archetype of Malcolm X. And that's what he specifically based the X-Men on. Right?
I know that.
Yeah. So I wanted to create a school that identifies the same type of gifted children, because all of our children are gifted, but unfortunately they may be growing up in an environment, whether that's a household, a community, or being in a school that does not readily recognize those type of gifts and help them develop it.
Yes.
You know, because you got children that got all different types of ways of learning. You know, that's one of the challenges with the pandemic and the shutdown, because what it did is it took an entire class of children that learned hands-on and relegated them to a situation where now they have to learn by just listening and watching a computer screen. That was challenging.
Absolutely.
You know, and it was disruptive for their educational career. So I wanted to, having a background in early childhood education and working with youth for over 20 years, I wanted to create not a safe space, but a courageous space for children to be able to grow and to continue on their natural trajectory in life. And I say natural trajectory because a lot of the things that we learn as adults are things that we've been learned as children.
Oh, okay.
Children naturally know how to reconcile relationships. They may get in a fight and argue, but they playing again 5 minutes later. We be holding on to stuff for 15 years and take it out on somebody's children because we ain't like their mama or their daddy.
That is so true.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the things that we strive to teach children, they naturally know how to do.
Yeah.
You know, if a child is racist, that's not because they're naturally racist. Some adult taught them that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And everything that we see that's going on in this society today are not
behavior.
It's not children doing this. It's adults. So my focus really in terms of bringing solutions to this society is to focus on children, you know, and to connect with adults that also focus on children. Because I really don't have a lot of confidence in a lot of adults that are willing to bring more beauty to this world as opposed to just continuously doing the things that's broken.
Yeah.
So, so the school it's an experiential school. It's early childhood, and it's designed to be able to reach children where they are. You know, we do stuff like gardening, hiking, a lot of different things that they're not learning in a traditional school setting.
Right.
Wow.
That's important because even with gardening, I am one who's always fighting the weight. So, you know, with the way that America is putting all this glucose and sugar and things of that nature in our foods. And I'm learning now how to wean myself off of the sugars and stuff like that. But I'm 44 years old. You know, the way is here. Like, what am I supposed to do now? But if we can get them kids at, 3, 4, 5, teaching them how to, garden their own, make their own food and things of that nature, then they can possibly teach it to the next generation. And then we can have a generation of healthier people, So it all, it's amazing what you're doing. And I respect you so much because I've seen the process, because I've seen all that you have done. So we definitely thank you for that. I have another guest who came and snuck in the room.
What's up, Bridgette? How you doing?
Bridgette done stepped in the room. Hello, Bridgette. Myles is in the building. And Bridgette, it's a party. Hey. So this is Fatima Fridays. Welcome. Bridgette is a local business owner who is very passionate about helping our underserved communities. So I know that with Saladin, Bridgette together, I know you guys have worked together in some kind of capacity in the past, and I'm sure you guys are going to work together in the future. So I just want to say welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, definitely. You can, I don't know if you have your TikToks and all that up, but we all have our stuff up. If you want to go live or whatever, that's fine. I have just another question for Mr. Saladin.
Okay.
How does one from little old Niagara Falls, New York, get published and recognized by a British library? That to me is simply amazing.
That is that's huge. That is amazing.
That
That
is big stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
He's like, it is what it is.
No, you know what? One thing I learned is like, I disrupt the concept of success. I disrupt it, and I like it, but at the same time, it's challenging because some of the things that I may share that I'm doing, and I don't share everything, but some of the things that I share that I'm doing, some people think like, how in the hell is that possible?
Yeah.
And I just walk by you in tops.
Right. And a little
or you're not driving no Maserati or something like that.
Yeah.
Because their idea of what is success is a lot of times it's not real. You know, when you see these videos of these artists in California with these cars, they rent a lot of those cars.
Absolutely.
They're renting these mansions to shoot those videos at.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. They ain't got it like that.
Mm-hmm.
The real people who got it, they don't tell you that they have it. But you always see evidence of it if you look, you know, close enough.
Yeah.
So I've always been, I would say, a progressive forward thinker.
Okay.
You know, like before even podcasting existed, I was doing podcasting when that technology first came out well over 10 years ago. You know, this was before Blog Talk Radio, all of those things. Yeah. And I always strive to find ways to create a platform to reach more people with the things that I do. I've always been a writer at heart, you know, like I think back of going to Abbott Elementary School, and one of the first books that I helped co-publish was in second grade. It was called The Runaway Pizza.
Oh, wow.
You know, my mother had a private library, and I would always take her books out of the library and read them as a young child. So I always had a attraction for just words and writing and literature, right? So that was just something that I look back on, and I see different phases that I went through about how this is just naturally in me already. Yeah. You know, I started off back in the late 90s writing for like publications out of the United Kingdom, you know, and around the country, writing articles about social commentary, articles about relationships, or articles about family, culture, a lot of those different things. And I started off doing that, writing poetry. And then eventually I started a prison correspondence project. So I started to write to people who are incarcerated around the country.
Oh, that's
to
big.
This day, I still do the same thing.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then eventually it transitioned into me writing letters and doing projects like this to publishing books because I write so much. So I'm
that's
like, I need to, you know, start publishing books. And at the time of social media apps being developed, I was already in a space writing for publications internationally and nationally where I was able to build a platform when social media apps first were created. So I began to use YouTube back in the mid 2000s. And it wasn't because I had an intention like I want to be popular or notoriety. And that's why I carry the way that I'm myself, the way that I do now. Like I never came out here like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like I just learned to accept the responsibility for what comes along with what it is that I do, you know? So don't make me, it's just what I do, you know? So started to do YouTubes and just share videos about just things that I was studying and researching. And my first opportunity came from a producer for the History Channel. And I worked as a program consultant for an episode of a series called Gangland.
Yeah,
and it was an episode called about the Hidden Valley Kings. So it was a gang that is based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And they contacted me as a subject matter expert on symbolism, right? Because sometimes I would record videos about what certain symbols mean and stuff like that. So they contacted me. And then from there, I started to get a lot of other different opportunities based upon my connection into that space of television and then eventually film. So I even to this day, I still work as like a consultant for different artists that's in the industry.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like helping prepare them for public speeches or for panel discussions, or if somebody's going to be interviewing them, how they need to handle certain questions if they're asked those questions. And people would just begin to reach out to me because of the presence that I started to create on YouTube.
Oh,
Right.
Wow.
So this is way before the things that people are doing today, you know?
Wow.
That's super dope.
So, and I was consistent about that. So I started to create a global footprint, a global presence, but I was always connected to my community, doing things here
Mhm.
at the same
Yeah.
time. So one of the challenges with a lot of times people today is they strive to create a online presence, but they're not really doing nothing online.
Mm.
When you're really doing something in real life offline, you're always going to have content to be able to share.
Right.
Because you're living this.
Yeah.
You ain't making nothing up. You ain't ambulance chasing.
Right.
And that's what some people do. That's why a lot of times you see them start something and it fizzles out because they're not really living this.
Mm.
Right now, if I wanted to, I can share a piece of content from something that I've actually done every day for the next 5 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Consistently without repeating anything. I can literally do that just because I live that way, you know?
Amazing.
And doing that, I started to get a lot of different opportunities, you know, to be in films. And when I started to publish books, because I write so much, I will publish a book a year. Then I might publish 2 books a year. And I just continuously publish books to the point where I'm up to like 23 right now.
Wow.
But the most thing that I'm proud of is I've helped more than 24 people publish their own books.
Oh, wow.
From 12-year-olds up to people who are elders.
Really? That's
know?
amazing.
Yeah. So to me, it doesn't mean anything what you do and what you accomplish if you cannot share that with somebody else
Right.
and empower them to be able to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, when I write my book, I'm calling you.
I know. I'm like, man.
That's something I do.
That's
You know
amazing.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
So a lot of spaces that I've been in that I'm in, I'm going to be at the United Nations at the end of the month because they reached out to me to be a part of like a participant in an event that they're having there that's based upon people of African descent around the diaspora.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
now is that in Washington?
That's the headquarters is in New York City.
New York. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, like, so with the British Library, there was a woman that is a doctorate researcher in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And she reached out to me for a project that she was working on. And she wanted me to contribute some of my writings for this activism archive that they have at the British Library. So that's how my books got into there.
Amazing.
You know,
when I read that, I was like, oh my God.
Right.
Like that is amazing. Like just to think, like, I mean, again, Niagara Falls is a small place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you think about a little old person from Niagara Falls having published all the way in, like, that to me is just like,
very
like, okay, I
inspiring.
want to travel there, I want to see there, I want to go here, but you have actually published there. That to me is just simply amazing. I am very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
but see,
I'm like
that's that
starstruck
you may,
right now.
Well, see, but see, the same way that I look at it, like that's something that I do. I'm just as proud as all of you, Big Frank and everybody else, for creating this radio station. Y'all may look at this like this is what we do, but it is the exact same thing. Wow. Different industry, different time period, different contribution, but it's as equally as important because we don't have this here at all.
We don't.
And this is the voice of our community.
Yeah.
And it needs to be supported by all of us,
wow,
because if we don't support this, whose voice are we going to be able to hear?
Right.
And we are in a time period, and it's been a time period for a long time, where our voice has been corrupted, and you have people speaking for us, and most of the time it is not accurate or correct, and it's not reflecting us as a whole, as a community.
Absolutely, I agree.
You know, so it's the exact same thing. You know, y'all hear like, you know, this is our radio station. I know y'all proud of it and stuff.
Yes.
But you know, at the same time, this is a foundation.
Yeah.
for our future generations.
Absolutely. And I'm very proud of this place too, starting from where because I'm just joining recently, but starting from where they have.
I'm like,
come
we all
from.
have the same place.
The OGs.
You just
I'm
came
new
in.
to this.
You
I just came
came
on
in like
it.
this. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this has been amazing for me. It's been an amazing opportunity. And there's so many things, like we have an internship that we want to, broadcast. We have so many different things that we want to bring to the community for the community. So we are definitely looking. So if you guys are out there and you want us, or we need you, this community, we need to have a content dialogue and see how we can help each other. I don't want to say black or white, whatever, but they stick together. You know what I'm saying? They hire their brother, their sister, their cousin. They make sure that they good. We, on the other hand, don't necessarily do that. But by connecting with each other, we can build relationships and bridges for all of us, and we can all win together. I think that's very important in this time frame for us.
It's enough room for all of us.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think it's a mindset change too. For me personally, just even just a couple of years ago, I like the thought of working together. Wasn't like I didn't want to work with people, but I was more concerned that they're already established doing what they're doing, and they're not going to want to do what I'm doing, or they're not going to care about what I'm doing, or it's not important. And just even with this process of being a part of the radio station and doing the different social media things that I'm working on now, I'm like, wow, like it's actually really good to have people and it's nice. And and I'm seeing the difference of actually having other people to work with and to talk with. So for sure, it's
amazing.
I think too that speaks to the foundation of this business, because Frank, he's always been connected to the community. That's a core value to his. And it would be different if that wasn't a core value, because that shines through in everything that you're building right now, which is important.
I have on my line Delora Williams from Detroit. So we want to just say hi to Laura.
Hi,
Delora.
Somebody.
Yes. Do we have any questions or anything over there, Frank? Comments?
The most positive man on the podcast. Alicia said good morning.
Hey, Alicia.
This man gave me positive words and helped me become the person I am today. So.
Who said that?
Search Phase.
Search Phase.
Okay.
Thank you, Search Phase.
Cool.
Thanks for listening, and we appreciate your comment. When you hear things like that, how does that make you feel?
Like I want to cry. A lot of times people, they strive to do things in a transactional way. I'm only doing this because I'm gonna get something out of it. And it's like we oftentimes talk about faith. To be able to commit to something and not really seeing the evidence of it right now, but that is the evidence of that path.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So we're gonna have Big Frank hit us up with some 90s music, and then we're gonna come back, and I just have a few more questions.
I like your blouse. That is so pretty.
But we're gonna get you.
TQ, I Am, the Queen I Am, with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. TQ I Am inspires, uplift, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
Yeah, we you know, he can always come back because
Okay.
I had like 15 questions, but I'm trying to cut it down. So yeah, we're gonna what minute 6 minutes. I'm gonna ask you what did I want to know? What did you go to school for? Oh, Central.
Okay. Yeah.
So, we're gonna ask that, and then we're gonna ask about the underground, and then you.
Railroad. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What?
Yeah, my wife texted me. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm like, what I better do now?
Yes, after this
What is it? I know
we'll be
somebody
sending
that
over
bakes.
photos because we did a photo shoot with his
It
son,
won't be.
and the pictures are really cute, but I gotta finish editing them, and I was like, I'm gonna get them over to you tonight.
Oh, no.
But yeah, for sure too, if you're interested in the photography,
Oh, yeah,
I can send you a link to my website and
Okay.
information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, we'll come back.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys, we're back. Fatima Fridays, and y'all know it's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Hey.
And we are sitting here with Saladin Allah and Bridgette Myles. And
Yes.
Saladin has to leave us, unfortunately. So we're gonna ask just 2 more questions, and then he's gonna run out.
Yeah.
But
I told you I'm coming back though.
he's definitely coming back because he has so much more knowledge
Yeah.
that we need to get out of him. Okay. So number 1 is, what did you study at Central State?
Yeah, so I studied therapeutic recreation there. And because they didn't have a sports medicine department, I got recruited to play football. So I went there on a football scholarship.
Okay.
And I wanted to focus on like sports medicine, but they didn't have that department there. So I learned like therapeutic recreation.
Okay.
But
That's
just like
different.
with all of us, your path or your purpose is not a straight line.
Absolutely.
You know?
Because I would have never thought that.
Right.
Never.
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
African history.
Right.
Something global,
Yeah.
something. But
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I
Mhm.
believe me, I know where you're coming from. And
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about the underground railroad here in Niagara Falls, at the Heritage Center that you work with.
Yeah, so we just celebrated 5 years of being
What?
open, you know,
Yes,
and
that's amazing.
and we've been the only Black institution that has been established here in the city of Niagara Falls in decades, in addition to this institution that you're establishing,
Oh,
Wow.
which is vitally important again in
Yes,
terms of our voice,
absolutely.
right?
absolutely.
So our Heritage Center, we celebrate the stories of our people as well as abolitionists here in the city of Niagara Falls,
Mhm.
and teaching about the importance of the Underground Railroad, which was one of the most important locations in terms of activity throughout this entire country.
yes.
A lot of times people hear about like Harriet Tubman or Frederick Douglass, but they don't know much about the story of once they got to Western New York,
Mhm.
or if they crossed over to the Canadian side. How did that
Yes.
happen? And how was our communities over on the Canadian side? So we teach people not only about that, but also to take ownership of that,
Yeah.
because these are our ancestors that live here,
Absolutely.
you know?
So your great grandfather, Mr. Henson,
Yeah.
he also was huge in that
Yeah.
aspect as well. So
Yeah.
it comes down from, you got it all
Mm.
shining down all over you, all those
Mhm.
blessings. So that
Mhm.
is wonderful.
Mhm.
So Saladin, I just want to say
Yeah.
thank you. I
Thank
can't
you.
even, like I said, I'm like starstruck. I'm like, oh my God, I see you all the time. But I don't, you know,
Yeah.
when you dig into something or you research
Yeah.
something, you don't really know, I'd be like, hey, Saladin, how you doing?
Yeah.
I reached out to you about my heart, luncheon and things of that nature.
Mhm.
You made some things happen there for me, and I really appreciate it. But you don't know a person's story, or so learning about you has been amazing,
Mhm.
and I have so many more questions. So you definitely got to come.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also a Capricorn, and I like long walks in the park.
You are crazy. Y'all heard him. Listen, you never know. All right, so we're gonna play a little bit more music, and we're gonna come back with our girl Bridgette Myles.
Yes.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
TQ.
I'm Rachel Stewart Johnson, the author of Shackled That Had Me Bound. owner of Beautiful Boss LLC, an advocate for abuse victims. At Beautiful Boss is where we take beauty personally, where we empower people and encourage them to be the beautiful boss they were created to be. Join the conversation with me every Thursday at 1 p.m. on Fire 716 Radio.
One decision. This will make for one epic movie.
I am Barnabas Mathews. I will be in Sector 716, and the COVID-19 virus will not take us out. We will conquer. We will win. They thought it had us, but it did not. And we will not lose or be defeated. I am Barnabas Mathews, and we will not be defeated.
Okay, I got an hour. This is what you can do. I was like, no, please, thank you. Yeah. So I Oh no. No. Okay. I'm sorry I didn't make it clear to you. I apologize. That's my fault. But you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay. I was just thinking that.
I'm not messing with y'all today.
Bring no donuts.
I'm not messing. I was thinking about it, but I was like, nope, I'm gonna not do it because I am trying to live right and eat less sugar. So I'm not doing the.
I can go some more chip right now.
And then like tomorrow we'll have a.
We got a whole. You should have took some more.
So I'm gonna make a request out there to these people. Like, bring us some healthy food because we need like. I'm still waiting for the juice. But I ain't gonna talk about it right now. And
I know, right? He was like, I got this flavor.
Listen, I just know that I'm solidifying your kitchen. That's all I gotta do, solidify kitchen.
He's like, I can only do so much.
Fatima Fridays, y'all know it's a party,
I get back into juicing. So hopefully next week I can start doing some stuff. But trying to start kitchen and then ready to go.
Hey. Salt and pepper, yes. Y'all know how we do. It's Friday.
Come on, because I'm she's like, I'm doing it too.
Just wherever it comes to mind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You got 30 seconds.
Okay.
I'm just a grassroots person, that's all. I'm not an educated peer in this country.
Hey, we got the pizza in the building, y'all. Hey. Hi,
You got 15 seconds.
Hey. I used to love salt and pepper. I swear.
Me too.
I swear. I've seen them live a few times too.
3 seconds for you.
All right, guys, and we are back, Fatima Fridays, and y'all already know it's a party, You guys are so silly. So we have Bridgette Myles in the house. She is beautiful, wonderful. I've known Bridgette for a long time. Let's just say we known in passing.
Yes.
I don't know her personally, but she is doing a lot of great things in the community. And anyone that's doing anything in this community, I give them hats down. And I want to, make sure they get out there as much as possible. We also have my homegirl, Nafisa, in the building. Yeah. Hello, Nafisa. Thanks for coming over. Right. Ann. Hi, Ann. Where you at, yo? Nafisa is someone that we met through our business class. So we have been keeping up with Nafisa. Nafisa's been keeping up with us. And like I said, it's a family around here. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. So getting over to Bridgette, I know that you've started a wonderful new consulting business here in Niagara Falls called Myles and Rogers Community Consulting Services. Tell us about this. What exactly is this consulting business?
Well, it's Myles and Rogers Community Consulting Services. I'm Myles, Bridgette Myles, and then my daughter, she's 2 years old. She's Jaylee Rogers.
Oh.
So I kind of want to set it up, what I didn't have, just moving forward, set the foundation. But it's a company designed to uplift, empower, and educate individuals within underserved communities. Born and raised in Center Court, Niagara Falls, Chocolate City is what they call it.
City, absolutely, baby.
So I've been, and my mom always said, I can't remember how old I was, but she said, once you get into the city or the school district, you'll have it made. So that stuck with me. And I kept all around pushing to get in. I remember applying like maybe 10 times. I couldn't get in. Really? But then once I was inside, I saw on the inside looking out and then on the outside looking in, I said, oh, it clicked. Mm-hmm. So then after that, I moved on from that. But long story short, I've been with the IRS. I've been school district. I left the school district working with the little kids. But those positions were not like permanent. That was just my assignment at that time. Right. And I found that out maybe about not even a year ago. I was dealing with postpartum depression, stress. Mentally, I was down and out. Right. I moved away from Niagara Falls for a little while. My son talked me into moving, and I'm glad he did. Because that gave me a chance to see and, work on myself and just, yes. Yeah. So I had an episode and I broke down. I surprised myself. Broke down. I remember I was in my bathroom, on my bathroom floor. And what was keeping me was, do I take my daughter with me? I wanted to take my life. And I'm like, and I'm a God-fearing woman. I know that's not right. You don't do that. So I prayed and prayed and prayed. I was so used to having control of my, and that wasn't right. I needed God. It was like someone had hijacked my mind, my brain, and it wasn't me. So prayed and prayed, and I listened to, I couldn't even get myself together to go to church. So I listened online to Darius Pridgeon, Buffalo. Each week I would tune in, and he was lifting me up. And I finally was able to stand up. And I went over and I met him. Awesome man. And I'm like, yes, I'm wondering like, okay, how do I approach him? But he was just like my brother. Oh, that's awesome man. So that brings me here, and I'm just praying like, God, what is my purpose? Why am I here? I feel useless. And each time I wake up, I had to grab my notebook. It's like he was just laying it all out. If that makes sense. And it brings me here. So I have two portions of my company that I do. First is individual services. I kind of meet with people one-on-one. Like if they have a goal or if they want to open their business, I give them that checklist. Because sometimes they don't know what to do or how to do it. Right. Yes, so I give them that checklist, and then I check in once a week with them and just help them along the way, uplift and empower. And then with companies, I usually partner with companies. For this one, I had an event yesterday, Meet the Mayor, and we're going to have 7 stops. And yesterday was the first one. So it's to be transparent. The mayor he's the mayor of the city of Niagara Falls. He wants to listen. He wants to do better. Does he really? Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't mean to say it like that. I don't know. I didn't mean. Wait. Let me correct. I did not mean to say it in that way.
That you threw me off a little.
No, but so a lot of times, we as people say certain things in certain areas in life. And then once the doors are closed, we may not necessarily feel that way. You understand what I'm coming from?
But do you say things about, do you question, do you knock on the door to open it back up? Do they, you don't, people don't. And they
Sometimes they don't.
Right,
You're right.
Right.
And we need to, like, especially like, so right now the mayor, I understand it's election season and I've seen him a lot. Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him a lot. He was at my event and I was so thankful.
Mm-hmm.
He was at every business that I've seen opening recently.
Mm-hmm.
He has been there. And that's great because it does give, that feel like, you're important,
Mm-hmm.
And things of that nature. But after this election season,
Mm-hmm.
are we still going to see him? Because I remember years ago he came to my church,
Mm-hmm.
but then I didn't see him again until the event. I just want to know, I'm a voter, and I probably should have been at that that stop that you had yesterday. But I want to know is he, because this city is a mess right now.
Well, I agree. It's going to take a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
First, let me just get back to how I got connected with the mayor.
Okay, great.
When I worked at a different administration at City Hall, I was going through it.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty much, I felt I was bullied, mistreated. And he, no matter what people said, what they did, he treated me like I was his sister. He treated me like I was his sister. I would never, ever, ever forget him for that. Wow. And he just happened to be the mayor. So right. He's my friend. So
you have a personal
Yes, definitely. And he'll listen. Do we knock at the door? Do we ask? Do we meet with him? Mm-hmm. You hear people say, "Oh, what is he doing?"
What did you ask him?
Right. Are we helping ourselves first?
Mm-hmm.
So please come out. The next stop is May 18th. We'll be at the Niagara Falls Public Library in LaSalle. The 24th, we'll be at the 95th Street, Colvin Boulevard. And then next month, it'll be June 7th, June 14th, June 22nd, and June 28th. Okay.
Definitely going to get that on the station because we want to make sure that we are there. We need to ask some questions.
I actually have a question about this.
Okay.
So with this, for example, on May 18th,
yes.
Is this like just him doing like a speak? Like, are you guys doing a speaking engagement, or is this an opportunity to talk and have some conversation back and forth?
Well, I reached out to the mayor because I wanted to. My business is community based,
right?
I want to uplift the community, get everyone involved. And to do that, you kind of have to tap into the individual also.
Right.
So I'm hoping to get everyone out. The source is here. What's your problem? What's your issue? Let's talk about it. Transparency.
Yeah.
He's listening. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he will be able to answer some questions.
Yes, so definitely. Yes.
So with election season coming up, you guys, everybody has so much to say at home. Let's just say it. Let's just be honest. We got so much to say about our roads and not having jobs and our kids running crazy down Pine Avenue, whatever the case may be. This is the opportunity for you guys to come out and ask what's going on.
Yeah.
How, is this a problem? Is this a concern? Be there. So then you'll know how he feels about it. And then you can vet the next candidate as well.
Right.
And ask them the same questions that you asked him. And then you'll be able to make a more informed decision in the voting booth.
Yes.
So it's important.
And I so appreciate the other candidates that's running, to hear them out, find out their views. But do we want to keep going back and starting over? We're kind of getting there. So let's kind of continue, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's work together. Yeah. Why are you running? What piece of the puzzle can you put together with the mayor?
Mm-hmm.
So
now, are you going to also do these meet the candidate situation with the other?
I haven't gotten to that, but yes, I'll definitely be open to that.
Okay. Absolutely. Wonderful.
I wanted to interject.
Sure.
I wanted to thank you for your courage of speaking out about your personal, struggles, because a lot of us women go through it, and men too, but some of us don't have the voice to speak up about it.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that you do.
Thank you so much. And then I can relate to your last week, Percy Hilson. He was awesome.
Yes,
and I was the same way. I was always private. But after I had that breakdown, that moment, I mean, I said, God, it's either chasing money or I'm serving you.
Right.
It's important to have positive people speak positivity for each other, and always reach out, even if it's once a day, to your friends and your people and acquaintances, just checking in. How's my neighborhood? How's my neighbor? How's my people doing? And, and always say positive words to people. So I'm glad that you found someone that lifted you up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because we can always, like she said, talk to your friends, your sister, your cousin, and they may always have something to say. It might not be what we want to hear,
right?
But they always got something to say, especially our families.
Yeah.
But the fact that you knew where you were, you knew yourself, and you knew where you were, and you didn't like it, so you changed it. That's that's applauding. I respect you for that.
Thank you.
Because again, we as women take on so many different roles in our lives, and if we don't delegate things, we can easily get overwhelmed. Easily. And then when things don't go right, we always blame ourselves, and that's not cool. We got to take it like small pills at a time sometimes, you know. But the fact that you recognized and you got the help that you needed is amazing.
And then my son, he approached me, and I'm like, just straight up, what's wrong with you, Ma? Jamar is 26. He was like, what's wrong with you, Ma? I need my old Bridgette back.
Aww.
And he said, used to be motivated, and that was just like, I got to get up.
Yeah.
I can't do this. Right. And then my daughter, my granddaughter. So and I'm hoping to get everyone, up and uplifted, empowered. So I have a couple programs in mind that I'm hoping to do. I want to do I reached out to you, excuse me, so we can get together on something. I want to do a health and wellness pop-up.
Absolutely.
So women have their mammograms, yearlies.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot. It's a lot that I want to do.
Definitely. And I'm all for the health thing. I've struggled for many, many years with health, with weight loss, with heart disease. So I am all for that. Okay. So definitely we can get together and do some amazing things together.
Yes.
I will be very happy and honored to work with you.
Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and get some 90s music in because it's a party. It's
a
party. It's a party.
Hey.
Did I dance in the party?
No, not at all.
I'm Rachel Stewart Johnson, the author of Shackled That Had Me Bound, owner of Beautiful Boss LLC, an advocate for abuse victims. A Beautiful Boss is where we take beauty personally, where we empower people and encourage them to be the beautiful boss they were created to be. Join the conversation with me every Thursday at 1 p.m. on Fire 716 Radio.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, Inject Faith Hope Love. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in and have a good time with us.
Hey Nadia. Hey Heather. Tell everybody where you're from. Thanks for being on the fam line today with Fatima Fridays.
Anybody else want to go?
Can I have a piece, please? My mouth is dry.
Well, I'm gonna slide it across the table.
That was a small slide.
I know, right?
So people were writing in last night to ask if they could do it online or they could get the tuition fee. I have my
That was good.
I'll take a piece after the show.
After show.
That's why I wanted to do this, like the individuals. You know, because people are doing so much. So just to check
We have a heart attack, all of us. I just came back from Canada helping my uncle who has
When he said that though,
about
the United States being the 1%, that blew my mind. I was sitting here like,
oh my
damn.
Look how we think it's so
Man, small. Now I get it with
Twerk session. It's Fire 716 Radio, playing the best in urban and inspirational music. Fire 716 Radio, blazing the trails of R&B, hip hop, Afrobeat,
If you want make a ginger, give me
and inspiration.
We got to go way up.
Fire 716 Radio, playing the best in urban and inspirational music.
All right, guys, and we're back. Fatima Fridays is in the building. And we got Bridgette, Myles, and Nafisa.
Yes.
Right. Y'all already know it's a party. It's a party.
It's a party.
Yeah, we crazy. I'm sorry. We crazy over here. It's okay. The guests be looking at us like, what is going on? Right. So, Bridgette, I want to ask you, how do you get a hold of your company? How do you, who do you gear towards, and how do we reach you?
I'm geared towards my target audience is underserved communities.
Okay. Which is us.
Yes. Women. I want to help everyone. Women, men, seniors, school-age kids. So everyone. I'm located at 616 Niagara Street. It's the Niagara University Institute for Professional Development building. Used to be TREC. My phone number, my business number is 716-253-7388. I'm also on Facebook.
Okay, perfect. So you guys know now how to get a hold of Bridgette. Now, Bridgette, are you in underserved communities? Does it just mean Niagara Falls? Could it be Buffalo? Could it be Rochester? Could it be New York City?
It could be all over. I want to go all over. Yes.
Okay, so y'all hear that, right? So all over. She is willing to meet you where you are, and that's important.
Yes.
She's only a phone call away. Our community needs a lot of help.
Yes.
We, the people here, if you were just listening, Saladin has told us that United States is 1% of the world, the globe.
Man,
and that just blew our mind.
For real.
So we here think it's a big city, but it's absolutely not. It's little, it's tiny. How do we I don't want to say get out of here, but how do we, if not leave Niagara Falls, how do we bring resources and things to Niagara Falls so that you don't have to leave all the time, but that we are doing what we need to do?
That was a good question. Love that.
I think it's actually working on the individual as a whole first. Because from experience, I couldn't even operate. I couldn't move. I couldn't, just that feeling, I was down. I was out. I couldn't maneuver or do anything until I built myself back up. And that was through, I had therapy sessions and listening to Bishop Darius Pridgeon from the Buffalo True Bethel. And I tell you, it's like each week he was lifting me up.
Aww.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful thing. Now, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. A lot of people don't like to say they had a mental health issue or a mental health break or whatever the case it is. But how do you feel about mental health? Because after going through what you went through, how do you feel about it? How do you explain it? How do you talk about it to others?
I think we was kind of always taught before to keep it hidden. Oh, you don't counselor. No, I don't, you don't do that. But I mean, it's there. It's real.
Or denying it.
Yes.
No, there's nothing wrong with
Yes.
you. You're just tired.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No, it's real. And I think every time it's a blessing to be able to wake up. If you have 24 hours, if you're, God bless you with 24 hours, try to make an impact. Try to do what you can to help others, to uplift others. I think that's the only way. If we work on the individuals first, and then we'll be able to rebuild the city and then bring others in once they see that. I think we're close. We're getting there. It's a long process, but we just have to continue.
I definitely agree with that. It's definitely a process. We
Yes.
have, I think right now in Niagara Falls, I don't want to say it's the mayor's fault or whose fault. I don't want to point fingers because he just got here. So, this is what his first term, right? So we can't really point fingers at him because it's so many things that have been going wrong in the city for such a long time. But we need to, that is something that definitely needs to be discussed and
Yes.
conversations need to be had. But,
And just real quick,
yeah.
and when you said we can't really fault the mayor, and if we fought him, reach out to see, because 9 times out of 10, it's a process.
Yeah.
Knowledge, just knowing. For instance, last night, someone brought up about the potholes, which we all know, but the streets are DOT. Those are DOT owned streets, if I'm saying it right. But what we can do as a city is patch, and he's been able to do that. So it's a bigger process. So just have that conversation.
Yeah. So I didn't know that the Department of
Transportation
owns the streets.
Something I don't know. Don't quote me by saying own, but it's the term he used.
Okay.
But it was just like, okay, an eye opener.
Yeah.
So it's not the city that he's doing what he can by patching. That's what he can do at that moment.
Right.
So it's just getting more information, reaching out to the stores, having a conversation with them. That's the only way. If we come together, that's the only way we're going to rebuild Niagara Falls. Everyone outside, like the outside areas, they're getting there. They're there. So we're behind.
Yeah, we are behind the curve, definitely. Now, if I needed your help or someone in the community needed your help, what exactly can you do for me? Like, say, not just owning the business, but just life in general. Like, how can you and your consulting company help me?
Just say, for instance, as an individual, you're dealing with issues as far as, I have 5 different medications that I can't remember, or the names, or let me sit down with you, talk to you. I'll give you that personalized checklist, and it's going to tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, because some people operate like that. I know I do. If I'm usually all over the place, but if I have this checklist, and I can say, and then I'm going to check in on you, Fatima, how you doing? Did you take this and this and this? Do you need refills? So that's building you up.
Right.
If you're healthy, you're able to
Absolutely.
do a lot.
Now, so this being an underserved community,
yes.
Who's paying you?
Right.
Who are your clients paying you? Is there a funding for this? How do you get? Because I know I take 20 medicines, but I can't pay you to remind me to take my medicine. So
exactly.
What exactly? How does that work?
Excuse me. Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to navigate that, and that's when I said chasing money. Do I get a 9-to-5 job to pay these bills, or do I follow God's lead? I'm following His lead. I used to be
message.
My bills used to be color coded. I'm highlighting. Okay, I paid this. I got this. Not past due. Okay, I can't focus on that. I got to continue to follow His plan, and it'll come.
Absolutely.
It's just coming. This is all set. That's paid. Okay, I got this. That's paid. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to write this plan and keep going.
Yeah.
And
that be faithful.
Yes. Faith and action.
Absolutely. And faith without works is dead.
Yes.
So and I'm not a scripture person. But
you did that.
you do the who, but you don't hope. God will do the how. You do the who, God will do the how. But don't worry about it. Stay in peace with how it's gonna happen. I know we get nervous, but just keep calm.
Yes, and I'm trying to let go of. I was always like a control. I had.
Oh, so I'm still a control. Listen, ask my kids.
I apologize to former boyfriends. I used to be that control. And I had to let that go. And excuse me, God, you have total control. So I'm a work in progress. I'm working on that. I'm trying. Yeah. Right. And to get back to you, all I ask is like a $50 appointment fee, because I know if you're paying something, you're going to show up.
Right.
So we give you that outline, the one time $50, and then I'm still going to be there with you. I'm not going to worry about my bills. I know they'll get paid.
Yeah.
I just want to help the people.
Absolutely.
Aww. I love that. Yeah.
That is a beautiful thing. So you have a program coming up that we want to discuss about student to launch.
Yes.
And I am amazed by this program. But before we talk about that, I do want Big Frank to hit us off with a little bit of music, and then we'll come back and talk about this amazing program that
Thank
Bridgette
you.
has. Hi, Donovan. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here with Bridgette and Nafisa. We got my girl D Money Mac over here in the building. Hey. D Money Mac.
I was like, let me put my afro in there. Hey.
This is who we talking to today. Her name is Bridgette Myles. She is beautiful. And we also have my girl Nafisa.
Yes.
It's our party. It's our party. It's our party. You know how we do over here. We always partying over here. And of course we got the master, Big Frank over there. Hey. You want to eat? Oh. Do we have any comments or anything over there?
He's very, very helpful and respectful, and he definitely cares.
Great. Deborah Green was on the comment as well. So we got some comments over there on Facebook. We'll read them on live, and let Bridgette know. And also, if you have any comments or concerns or questions on how we can make the podcast better, or if there's someone you want to see here, let us know. Oh, okay. Yes. So, Bridgette, I have a Fatima fam over here that is asking, are you consulting for prescription services if she works with anyone eligible for CBPA?
Well, it's more of life.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever can uplift the person to help them.
Is really would like it. Really?
Like medical transportation.
So,
okay.
Bridgette,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her answer this question.
You know
I'm gonna
what?
pass her the phone so that
Did
she
you get
can
the email
online
from
and
Ann
answer
about
your
the
question
Bollywood Nights tomorrow?
So it's my friend Heather.
Oh, okay.
And you could.
Oh, okay. I would wonder. I'm like, I haven't heard from Nafisa or nothing. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Okay. Oh my God.
All right. That is Bridgette, y'all. She's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
And she is here for us. If you have any questions or concerns, definitely let us know. Heather said that is amazing.
Is it good? Does it taste weird?
So thank you so much, Heather. Thanks for the comment.
Oh, okay.
And everything, Heather. We appreciate you. They over here got me laughing and giggling like a schoolgirl, y'all.
So, yeah.
They say it's 10 times more, 100 times more.
Absolutely, Heather. That's exactly the way it is. She said you're doing exactly what social workers are supposed to be doing, but they're too overbooked and overworked to actually take care of it. So that's exactly what it is. It's life coaching. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely.
Yeah, but let's do something.
Yeah. Okay.
This weekend I told kids stay where you are. We just came back from North Carolina.
Okay.
All right, guys, and
Oh,
we
man.
are back. We are back. Fatima Fridays are in the house.
Yes,
Hey.
it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. I'm going to say that now. Yeah.
guys are hilarious. Good morning, Miss Deborah Green. That is my auntie. Thank you so much for always watching.
Hey,
I really
Auntie.
appreciate you. Definitely share, like, comment, all that good stuff. We love you over here, auntie. Bridgette, so you have this program is coming up, and it's called Student to Launch. It is a STEM-based program. I am so excited about this because I have friends that work in STEM, and I didn't get that smart gene, so I went with communications. But tell us a little bit about the program itself.
So the program, one of the business owners at the old Trek building, he approached me, Jim. He has a company, and he's partnering with First Light, NASA, the space agency,
Florida,
and
y'all.
yes, and they're bringing it to Niagara Falls. So I am out to recruit 48. We have 48 seats to fill.
48.
Oh, wow.
So
So
I didn't know that.
yes,
many. Wow.
I wanna definitely give the underserved community the opportunity that they might not have ever had before.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go through a one-day space mission. It's one day. It's going to be from 12 to 5, Saturday, May 27th. You have to go online to register as soon as possible. It's going to be a day filled with just putting their phones down and just,
Wow, that's amazing.
yes, focusing on space, engineering, and things
Hi,
like that.
Skylar.
Wow.
And then at the end, yes,
That's
NASA,
amazing.
they will select students, all expense paid trip to Florida, to the Kennedy Center.
Wow, that is
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
So listen, parents out there, get with Bridgette. This is gonna be an amazing, amazing event.
Yes.
It is on May 27th.
It's
correct?
free, but they
It
have
is
to register.
completely free.
Mhm.
Completely free. We always talking about there's nothing for our kids to do. This, that, and the other. They out there starting trouble. They getting in the mess. Whatever the case may be. This is a completely free event from 12 to 5 on May 27th at the Underground Heritage Center.
Yes.
It is STEM based. And your kid, you think he's smart, but I don't know if he's smart. But your kid could win an all expense paid trip to a live rocket launching at Kennedy Space Center in Florida, y'all. You can get rid of them.
For a little while.
You can take a vacation while they in Florida. Okay? So yes, definitely get your kids involved. That's amazing because STEM is a huge thing nowadays.
Yes.
A friend, like I said, I have a friend who lives in Florida who works at FAMU, and we met in college. In all her college career, she's been working with STEM. She did a program. Her name is Adrienne Stevenson. Hi, Adrienne. I hope you're watching. She did a program with STEM recently, and my daughter participated in it, and it was online during the transition to the coronavirus stuff, but it was really great. They send them a packet. They learned a lot of different things, and you don't until you know, you don't know what exactly STEM is. So can you tell us a little bit about what it is, what is STEM?
Well, it's actually for the space portion, it's STEAM.
Oh, it's STEAM. Listen to me now. STEAM.
And Jim is going to be listening and on me, so let me just get to correct.
Okay, go ahead. I didn't have it. Listen, obviously, I didn't have to correct. I'm saying STEM and it's STEAM, and you're right because it's what science, technology, math.
I'm gonna get it so I don't mess up mathematics.
But it's important.
Yes.
And this is for middle school students, so not the babies. Middle school students and their grown up can come. Now, I like that she said that her grown up because it's not always a parent. You know, the grown up could be a grandparent. It could be an adult sister, the adult brother, so a grown up. Long as this person is over the age of probably 21 or 18.
For what?
For the grown up portion, because you said a youth and a grown up can come to the thing.
To the space.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
So,
and I have it here. It is. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt.
Go ahead. No.
Science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics.
Okay, that is still.
They added art to.
They added art.
Oh my gosh,
that was not there before.
I'm so glad they added art though, because I feel like art gets left out so much. Like, science and technology, mathematics and stuff is amazing, but art is still another. Is just as important.
It is important.
And please also take a look at his website.
Okay, what is his
World
website?
Scope. Worldscope.com.
World Scope.
WORLDSCULPT.
Okay, World Scope.
Robotics and things like that. So that's awesome.
That is
Wow.
awesome.
Yes.
I actually have a few people in mind that I want to refer them to. So robotics lately has been a big thing in Niagara Falls. I know that Lacelle Middle School, they went to like where was it? Tennessee, maybe? Houston. They went to Houston.
Oh, okay.
And in Houston, they were in a robotics competition and they like placed very high. I know because a friend of mine's, hey Tiffany, and her daughter Michaela was one of the students that got chose to go to Houston.
Wow.
And they had an amazing time. They learned a lot, and they actually like make robots to work. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And they're middle school kids.
Yes.
Like that's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So yeah. So do we have any comments over there, Frank?
Yes. Search phase says, how are you, Fatima? I miss you. And hope to see you face to face.
Oh.
Yaja, what's up? And hi, laughing Frank.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay. I don't know who Search Phase is.
But
hey,
I think I have a feeling I know who that is. Yeah. What's up, Clinton? Yeah.
And Nicole Lasser said something over there. I can't see it.
She talked about the mayor being very, very, very helpful and respectful, and he definitely cares.
Oh, okay. So we got some pro mayor people on the board. That's wonderful.
Yes.
That is great because it's important to know your elected officials.
Yeah. I think a lot of times too, like I don't personally know anything about him, and I can only go based off of what I see in my church, in my just in my couple blocks and different things like that, or just the only times I've seen the mayor is at bigger events, if that makes sense. But never actually had a full conversation with him, never, discussed anything. So
it's funny because the mayor and my mother are very good friends. And I always side eye her.
Side eye.
I don't know why. But it's cool. He's very nice.
Yes.
He's very nice. I have met him several times and he's been nothing but nice and respectful of me and my family. So I definitely come out to these pop-ups that she's having so that you can meet the mayor and like I said, you can make your own decisions.
Yeah.
Because there are some people out here who are going to say a lot of different things, but you need to know for yourself. You need to go to the meetings. They haven't. I know Mr. Myles, Dante Myles, have been pushing these meetings for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I apologize because I haven't been to one. But honestly, it's not. It's my kid keep me on the run. But I do watch. I do see, and it's up to us to make the educated decisions on who we want to run our government.
Yes.
And then I say this, elections start at school elections. I'm sorry. I want to be involved with who is running the school system. I want to know who's in the school system. I want to know who's in every form. Don't just go and be like, okay, I'm a Democrat and I'm going to vote for everybody that's Democrat. I want to know why. I want to know, like, okay, well, Joe Biden and Trump, why? Like, I want to know, it's a lot of different things that go on in elections that we hear about and we don't hear about, but you can't know these things until you're actually in the midst.
Right.
So get in the midst.
Right. And it's like be informed, understand the processes, and work together.
Absolutely. Definitely. Because again, this is your town. This is your city. We need to find out what's going on. If we're not happy, we need to make sure that they know that we're not happy, because how would they know? How would they know?
Or if we're happy.
If they're happy, absolutely. If you're happy as well, they need to know that as well. Sometimes I can be an angry bird. I'm sorry. But yeah, they need to know if you are pleased with what they're doing or if you're not pleased.
Yes.
Definitely. Bridgette, do you have anything else that's coming up in a couple of months, the next couple of months, or whatever that you want to talk about? Because you can always come back.
Okay.
But we want to know what else is going on. With,
I definitely want to talk about Father's Day is coming up next.
Father's Day. Really?
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh, say that again. Oh.
Well, Mother's Day is next, but women, we always retreated.
Yeah.
Are we
some of us?
No.
Some of us.
Treat
Some
ourselves.
of us. Right.
But I can treat myself. I'm
Right.
a mom.
Yeah.
Right. Right. But I just men. I just have a special place in my heart because they have so much on them.
Yeah.
And they have to deal with pride and they can't really show their emotions sometimes. They can, but they don't choose to. It's just a lot on them. So I think we have to give them their flowers now.
Yes, Frank, we give you your flowers.
I want to partner with local agencies, nonprofit. So give me a call. Let's plan something huge for Father's Day.
Okay.
I'm thinking block party, barbecue, giveaways.
Would you guys like that?
Just for the men.
So we definitely have to talk because I was just talking with Frank about doing something special photography wise. I'm like, I'm doing something small, maybe for Mother's Day. This year. Next year I'm gonna go all out for y'all. But I usually do, like in the past I have. But I really wanted to do something, grand for Father's Day, even just in photography.
Yes.
But if there is an opportunity to connect and to do something together, we can definitely.
Oh,
I'm a photographer.
And you've mentioned that, and I thought of Elon Jones, Adri.
Yes.
Yeah,
I hope I pronounced it right. Yes, he's been excellent. His story is amazing.
Yes, it is. And we're going to get Elon on the Fatima Fridays show very, very soon.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be unfortunately. So this is the thing with Fatima Fridays. I schedule everything. Every week. It's a schedule. I'm above the curve a little bit sometimes. But I definitely it's some people that I definitely have reached out to, some guests that I definitely need to get on the show. Elon is definitely one of them. But unfortunately, it won't be before Father's Day. But it doesn't matter because his story, like you said, is amazing. And he needs to be heard.
Yes.
And he has been out here for some time. And we definitely want to make sure that he gets his flowers as well.
And even to talk to the younger generation of boys, young men growing up.
Because he's been some places that,
they can relate to.
Prevent from happening. Yeah, absolutely. And we got the park right there, y'all. We can do a big old barbecue.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's a barbecue. It's a barbecue.
It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. You know how I do. I'm always ready for a party. That is one thing. Yes. We're going to put it together. We got this. We're going to get it together for you, Bridgette.
Thank you.
You don't gotta work. You ain't gotta work. We're gonna get somebody else to work.
The women have to do that.
We gotta do all
the men,
everything.
The fathers, they have to just relax.
And maybe catch some Z's, because Frank be sleep, y'all. Frank be sleep.
Get some lounge chairs.
Yeah,
absolutely. Frank, because it is Mother's Day weekend, I think Frank did a special thing for my mom. So, mommy, if you're watching, if not, you better go watch. Here it is. Oh, can you guys see that? Isn't that beautiful? Thank you, Frank. Thank you, mommy.
Is the microphone on?
Oh, my daughter gonna be super mad because she is not in that one picture. That's okay.
I was gonna sing a mother's song. Mother's like a song, but I couldn't think of anything, and the only thing I could think of was "Dear Mama." I'm like, that'd be wild if I just start rapping.
Dear Mama. That is like the
song,
Black Mother's Day song is "Dear Mama" by Boyz II Men. But I also like when Tupac like I'm a little hood. I'm sorry. Tupac be like, oh, what does he say? He putting money in the mailbox and all that.
Oh
yeah. I love that.
I love paying your rent when the rent's due.
Absolutely. I can't pay your rent, mommy. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. I'm working on being great. I'm sorry. It's coming. Tomorrow. No, tomorrow is a Mother's Day brunch, right? At the Family Resource Center. Mm-hmm. And it starts at 11 a.m. and ends at about 2:30 p.m. Mother's Day brunch. Bring your moms and the kids out. Tickets are $25, 2 for $45. Children under 12 are only 10, and children 3 or under are free. It's going to be a message, food, raffles, and more, massages. Shantae Scott is going to be the guest speaker for Brand New Life. And yeah, so it's a Mother's Day. You guys come and join. Mm-hmm. Bring your moms out 11 to 2:30. It's going to be amazing right at the Resource Center. So that is amazing. Do you ladies have any plans? I know you don't.
Yeah. I do.
For your mommy though, right?
So actually on Monday we're bringing the moms on the show to do the show. Hopefully everybody can bring their mom, but yeah, we're going to be doing that on Monday, and then
I didn't know.
I can't tell the rest.
That's going to be amazing.
Yes.
I can't wait to watch Monday. Guys, tune back in.
Yes.
Do you guys have anything planned for Mother's Day? No.
Well, not yet. Well, for me, my nephew reached out to me because I'm like the family planner and my cousin. So they asked me to put together a paint, eat, and sip. So we will be doing that. The mothers, and Michelle Cole, we're going to be at her banquet hall. She's awesome. She's a wonderful decorator. Amazing. Yes. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Yes.
She's going to make it look so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The place is really nice. And yeah, that's going to be amazing. I don't know why I wasn't invited, but that's going to be amazing. That's going to be amazing. So all the mothers out there, I definitely want to say happy Mother's Day. Again, if you have time in a minute, you can give us a call in today. Our telephone number is 716-205-8136. And you can say a line or two about your mom, even if she's here on earth or dancing in the sky. We definitely want to show love, light, honor, our mothers today and every day. Frank, you want to hit us up with a 90s song? Yeah.
I could think of.
Hi, Maria. Thanks for joining us. That's what I mean.
I got so much to do today.
Do you?
Yeah, I gotta edit these photos so that they have them for Saturday for the third's birthday, and then I gotta still do my speech for this event tomorrow. She wants me to do a speech, and then yeah.
Wow.
So I'm doing a speech tomorrow. No, I'm getting paid $100. That's it. So
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, Inject Faith Hope Club. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in and have a good time with us.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
Thanks, Felicia Drake. Have a good weekend.
Peace, Felicia. All right, guys, and we're back. Fatima Fridays, and y'all know it's a party.
It's a party. It's a party.
So we always talk about some little current events and things of that nature that's going on. But I want to ask, have you guys seen any clips, read anything about this Beyonce tour? Renaissance had its first show in Sweden 2 days ago.
I heard.
And the people are having mixed emotions about this show. You know, Beyonce usually gives an amazing show. That homecoming, wow, was freaking amazing. Everyone loved it. But this first show in Sweden, people was like, I don't know, B, what's wrong with you? You're getting too old for this? Because they said that she wasn't dancing right. She wasn't moving. She wasn't giving, you know, and we expect when them tickets $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $1,000, we expect you to be giving it all.
Yeah.
So have you guys heard anything about that? What do you guys think?
I only know about her being in Dubai making 27 million for that.
Yeah, like $1 million a minute, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a caller.
My mother, happy Mother's Day. I won't be able to see her because I have to work all weekend. But other than that, I love her. She's the best thing that ever happened in my life.
Aww.
A game changer, and everything. Fatima, you are the best. Diaz, you're the best. Frank, you ain't know you my father. You ain't know about that. So we don't talk about that later. But love y'all all. But happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I will be actually writing a song very soon. And just to look out for everything. I love y'all. Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy y'all rest of the weekend. Y'all deserve it. Everyone deserve their flowers.
All right, don't hang up yet.
Wait, I got a question for you, Clinton.
Yes.
Fatima Fridays sent you a gift. Did you get that?
Just to let you know, no, I did not. I don't know what's going on with the mail service. We have to see about that because I said, because when I thought about it when you sent it, I was like, wow, really? Nothing came in? We gonna have to exchange numbers on that. Get my number for Frank. We got to exchange numbers on that one. Okay. Cause I know I live in Buffalo, but I know not. Shoot, if I was in Niagara Falls, I know I'll probably get that mail quicker. But in Buffalo, it's like what's going on?
That's been like a month ago. So you definitely get it. I'll make sure I get you another one.
All right, Glenn, we love you, bro. All right.
We love y'all too. Bye bye.
All right, so I guess.
Frank over here getting kids. He said, I got enough dang on kids. So yeah, just a little bit more about Beyonce. Like I said, she usually gives an amazing show, but people are, and this was the first show. Someone said that she broke her foot. So she's on the mend, but she couldn't cancel the performance.
Right. What else?
So that's why she's not doing as much. So we'll see as the weeks go on with the concerts to see if she giving a little more.
Right.
Those tickets, boy, oh boy, are super expensive.
The only thing I seen about it was like a meme, and it was like all the people in Sweden seeing all these black people show up to go to the concert.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was hilarious.
I heard that it's so much cheaper to go in other countries. because here is expensive. It's thousands of dollars to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear it's cheaper to fly over there. You get the experience of doing a lot of other things, and you get to see Beyonce.
Right.
So I hear it's very.
And growing up in Denmark, Sweden is right next door. You could just take the train, and it is cheaper. Our dollar is 5 times higher.
Oh, I might need to.
Better go.
Denmark.
Yeah. I was talking about
here in America.
You telling me about what my experience would be, and I couldn't think. I was like, I know it starts with a D. It ain't the Dutch.
We can gather our groups and we can go.
Go, yes.
Yeah.
That would be.
I know the whole place, and then if you guys want to go Sweden, we take a train.
Yes,
so we can make
Fire 716 Radio
Yeah,
International.
The flight
Fridays in Denmark. Oh my god!
The flight sometimes only 6 hours, sometimes 8, sometimes 6, depending on the.
That's not too bad.
weather.
I don't even know where Denmark is in the world. Like
near Sweden, Germany.
I see my.
I don't either. I go lie to you. It's that direction.
I get to Buffalo. I can get to Florida though.
You know what I'm saying?
Denmark, Luxon, that would be excellent.
I'm gonna go get my passport.
Okay, I do need a passport, y'all. So I want to also talk about a little bit about this Chris Brown and Usher beat.
Oh my goodness!
Did you guys see that? Now I went to the Usher concert back in October last year.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing show.
Right.
When I say this man performs from cameras up to cameras down.
Wow.
And I went on his birthday. It was amazing. So
Aww.
Anita Baker was there, Chris Brown was there, JD was there. It was so many people there. They all did like a little set or whatever. It was amazing. Chris Brown and Usher performed together on Usher's birthday.
Man.
It was Chris Brown literally said, "This is my brother." Like, and we, so many times, again, us people, we fight against each other instead of building each other.
Right.
So many times, but Chris Brown literally said, "This is my brother. I love you. I'm giving you your flowers now." Blah blah blah. A whole bunch of stuff. He was just big up in Chris Brown, and I was really surprised. And because they had tried to put out a Chris Brown versus Usher battle, and it was like, no, we're not doing that because we family. It ain't no verses. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I really, I honor that. That was a wonderful thing. But now I hear that for Chris Brown's birthday, Usher paid threw him a roller skating party, and somehow, some way, Tiana Taylor got to this party. This is all alleged.
I heard about that.
This is all alleged. Let me put it out there because I don't want Chris Brown, Tiana,
Allegedly.
Usher. Nobody's suing me. I do not want the smoke.
I saw a clip on TikTok.
Yes, all over the place where I guess Usher supposedly had a broken nose or a bloody nose. I won't say broken, but a bloody nose. I guess Chris Brown's entourage and Chris Brown supposedly attacked Usher. That's what the headlines were saying. But I went back a couple of days later and they like, you know what? I don't think this is actually what happened. Because now it's like, oh, well, it's a big party. It's a big this. It's a big that. No one's seen this fight. No one recorded. The first thing people do when it's a fight is bring out their camera.
Yes.
That is the first thing people do.
Right.
So there's no camera. There's no footage of this. Everybody want to make Chris Brown the bad guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say that he's a bad guy.
So the thing is, and I forgot who said this. It was a celebrity that stood up for him. It wasn't Lisa Ray.
It was Lisa Ray.
It was Lisa Ray. Okay. And she was basically saying, like, everybody automatically puts fault on Chris Brown because of his past and his past being so public and him doing things, whether it be drugs or domestic violence or whatever the case is. So they immediately just put it on him. But they're like, she was just basically like, let's not do that with this situation. We don't actually know what happened. And she was saying that it's possible that Chris Brown and Tiana Taylor don't like each other.
They don't.
And so it's like, if she show up to his party, he has every right to be like, I don't want you here. Right. So that was kind of the conversation. I don't know what happened with Usher. If it's a roller skating party, maybe he slipped. That's the only thing I could think. Because, like, I don't understand why would Chris Brown punch Usher in the face? Like, that just doesn't
make sense.
Yeah,
and especially they brothers. They love each other. So.
I think they're too professional.
Right. And but then again, I fight with my brother all the time. I ain't never gave him a bloody nose, but I did give him a black eye. We fight all the time. So it's nothing for us to sometimes, sometimes we go at it.
Right.
Because even though we love each other, we still can have moments of, so I think we need to give people a little more grace.
Yes.
Like, especially I know this internet thing does not do that at all. And I get it. It is what it is. It's given what is given.
Yeah.
But we as a people, Chris Brown is one of us. I'm sorry. And we all have our moments. We all have our ups. We have our downs.
Right.
And it's about how we handle it.
Yes.
He did whatever he did with Rihanna. We all know about it. It was very public. She's forgiven him. She also has said that it was not all his fault. She played a big role in what happened. Yeah. And that's another thing. We don't always take responsibility for our actions, especially as women. I know that I was in a long-term relationship and I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of. But then I would call my sister, my brother, my cousin and be like, guess what he did to me? Because it was always, I wanted to always push the blame on him. Right. And that's not necessarily always the case. We have to stand up and be responsible for ourselves. And we have to say, yes, I did this first. Or while he said this, I said that because I felt threatened or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we're going to go through things. Give each other grace. Don't always try to tear each other down.
Exactly. And also, with that reflection comes maturity. You were young, young, and you have to think about, okay, that was back then, you're looking back. It's like you didn't know what you knew back then. It's just like a 10-year-old didn't know what they're going to know when they're 15 or 20,
right.
For both of them.
Yeah.
Those situations. Yeah. So I definitely want to say, I hope that this is not true about Chris Brown and Usher.
Yeah.
I really hope it's not.
They'll figure it out.
They will figure it out because they're going to be, it's already known that Usher has, Chris Brown has this big Lovers and Friends thing in Vegas. It happened the next day. Usher performed, Chris Brown performed, and it was cool. And that's how it should be. If we're gonna argue, we're gonna fight, we're gonna whatever, but we back at it tomorrow. Like, this is my boy, me and D Money Mac. She just texted me the other day, was like, I don't want that, I don't like that. And I was like, oh, okay, it's cool. Like, I have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? She was like, well, she did say to me, I didn't know how you were going to take it. I was like, girl, you fine. Like, whatever. It ain't no big thing because that's maturity.
Right.
We grew as like maybe a couple years ago. I would have been like, whoa, why she say it like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? What she say that for? Like, but no, I don't care what you want.
Yeah.
I don't care what you want.
And we also talked about it. I'm putting it out there. Yeah,
we did talk about it because as an adult, she came to me and I respected her feelings. So we have to give each other grace. We have to respect each other. We are all different people. We are all very, very different.
Communication is the key.
Communication is always the key. And understanding. Yeah, because if you hear it and you don't understand what that person's saying, make them reiterate.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you just never know. You might be feeling one kind of way, and today you see it this way, and then tomorrow you see it the next, and you think like, "Oh, did I take it the wrong way?"
Right.
So just ask them, "Can you repeat that?" Or make that make sense to me before I blow up. Because you say something to me, I might go, highway real quick, and then you think about it like, "Dang, that wasn't what that really meant."
Right.
What I like about this podcast is I hope that we work on being our what's that called?
Authentic self.
Our authentic self, because I feel like I could be that with this.
This is absolutely like everybody is like, I mean, I'm very, very new to this, but everybody, hey, Chub Star, how you doing? Everybody was like, I don't know how to be a guest on a podcast, or I don't want to talk, and this, that, and other. And I get it. I love to talk, so I'll carry the conversation. But I'm like, well, this is a family. We are so cool, so lit, so all that, we got motion over here. Ain't that what the kids are saying right now? Motion. We got motion over here. So it's lit. It's a party. So absolutely, we definitely want to tell you thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Nafisa,
much for having
also
me.
being here.
Yeah.
It's almost the end of Fatima Fridays, and I have to do this Dear Auntie letter.
Yes,
so here we
Dear
go.
Auntie
Dear
letter.
Auntie, dear Auntie, dear Auntie. I am the auntie because I am I'm not the oldest one in the building today, but I am always the auntie. So here it goes. Dear Auntie. Me and my husband were married for over 10 years. We have 4 children together. And for my birthday, he surprised me with a trip, a cruise. So in this cruise, it was my family, his family, our 4 children and everything. We're all having a great time, blah, blah, blah. And somehow my husband got separated from the group. It was early, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody had went to bed and my husband still was not in the room. There was a knock on the door about 4 a.m. in the morning. It was the police on the cruise ship and my husband. They brought my husband back to the room. He was drinking. He was drunk. And they said that my husband, a woman, had made a statement of sexual abuse against my husband. We didn't know what to think or do. He was not in jail. They did not arrest him. They just let him come into the room and go off to sleep. Next day, everything was perfect. The cruise was over in a couple of days, so everything was perfect. I got home to realize that the woman who stated this was from our hometown. So what it seems as if my husband brought his mistress on the cruise. I did not know this woman. I had never seen this woman before, but of course I did some investigations. And my husband in 10 years said that he met her on the cruise, but it doesn't seem that way. What do you think, Auntie? What should I do? Should I divorce my husband? What should I do? Honey.
First of all,
Honey.
We just talked right. Wrap it up.
The
wow.
party is over.
Wow, that is intense.
Yes.
First of all, can you imagine being surprised with such a beautiful gift, only to possibly find out that you're not the only one that was surprised with this gift?
Oh, Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just
I'm trying to breathe.
yeah. Listen, dear letter writer.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. Has he been fooling and doing things shady previously? Also, too, the girl is from your hometown. What are the chances that he met her on that cruise? Very slim to none.
Right.
I just can't, like, that's not adding up for me.
It ain't mathing.
Yeah, it's not
The
mathing.
math is not mathing.
No, it's not. And then on top of that, too, why at 2 to 4 in the morning, the husband disappears,
Right.
comes back with the police, and they say that a woman accused him of SA, you know what I'm saying? Like a sexual assault. Like, okay, but then everything was fine. So it's like, was that, or was y'all doing something in a public place y'all wasn't supposed to be
Right,
doing
that's
and
what
got
I'm
caught?
thinking.
You know what I'm saying?
So if he snuck her on, not snuck her on, she got on the cruise, she's there, she's the mistress, or the case may have you.
Yeah.
She got mad. She got petty.
Yeah.
And because she got petty, because you're not spending enough time with me, you're not sneaking away. I'm here right now sneaking away. I'm just not condoning any of this behavior. She got mad. So then she reported the abuse to be petty.
Yeah.
Cops came. I don't want personal charges because it's whatever. This is we got this thing going on. Yeah. The wife doesn't know until the police show up. That, oh my God, who's this woman? You met her here. I'm perplexed. I'm confused. And in my woman intuition in navigation, I come to find out that this woman is around the corner down the street, a couple blocks away. Now it's wait a minute. No.
Right.
No. You violated here. Then the question is, how long have you been violating?
Right.
Number 2, why did you bring her on the cruise? Number 3, what is happening?
Right.
This is You're not bringing nobody new on a cruise. You're not meeting somebody Tuesday saying, come go with me out of town Wednesday.
Right.
So you've been creeping with this person for some time.
Yeah.
And
she thought she was getting a gift.
And you know what?
Everybody was surprised.
The second part is for the husband to be like, I met this woman on the cruise. Okay, first of all, what y'all meeting for? What are y'all talking about, discussing? Right. What is happening at 2 to 4 in the morning that you met this person?
I haven't been on the cruise, but I can project. Yeah, because the club is open.
Yeah, it's 24 hours.
24 hours. It's open. It's live because I want to go and just dance and eat. Not with my wife. I just want to eat. I just want to dance. I just want to eat and dance. I just want to salsa, merengue, bachata, twerk, and just dance and eat. But for you to be doing this and being out without your partner is a violation already.
Yeah.
I get it that everybody can't hang. I love my wife, but on the dance floor, I shut it down. I get it, but just sit on the side and watch me. Okay. But just the scenarios are just messy.
Very messy.
Very messy.
What do you think, Bridgette?
I think, if it was sexual assault, they would have took it more seriously.
Yeah.
So it's something else to it
Something else
that doesn't
is
seem.
definitely going down. Absolutely. Nafisa, what do you think about this Dear Auntie letter?
He's working overtime, this guy.
He put the work.
Somebody working. Somebody working.
I would suggest, if the person who sent this in is listening, I would suggest don't just hop up and get a divorce. I would take some time to really talk to your husband, find out what's going on, and then if through the discussion,
right there,
I know I'm saying this, but mentally, wow, you came back without a husband. That's crazy. But no.
And then your whole family was there. His whole family. Our kids was there. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No.
You mad.
And nobody knew cousin auntie? Nah, somebody.
Right.
Come
somebody.
on.
That's what I'm saying.
So we only got a few more minutes left. So I do want to do my Happy Mother Day shout out. So of course, my mommy, Lenora Mathews, love you. Been there. You already know. I ain't even got to say it. I have a second mommy. Her name is Paula. We love her. She is turning 70 years old on Mother's Day. So happy birthday and happy Mother's Day, Auntie Paula. Love you so much.
Happy birthday.
I have a huge family, close friends, loved ones. I want to just wish you all happy Mother's Day. I can't name you all because it's too many. It's the end of the show. And D Money Mac wants to say happy Mother's Day to her mommy, Ashley Kiki Green, her grandma Giovanna Clayton, Dorothy Welch, as well as Evelyn Washington, who's dancing in the sky, and also her auntie
Sylvia
Barlow Little. So we want to say happy Mother's Day and rest in peace to those as well. We also want to say happy birthday to Miss Ridgway, who turned 90 years old this year, and happy Mother's Day, beloved.
Wow.
Nisi in Tashira wants to give a special happy Mother's Day shout out to their grandmother Yvonne Carter. Nisi and Tashira also want to give a happy Mother's Day out to you, Nisi. So happy Mother's Day, Nisi. Ellis Darnell Dolson wants to give a happy Mother's Day to his mother, Mary Mathews Hicks. Happy Mother's Day to his angel grandmother, who is also my grandmother, Eva Mathews. Nikita Thompson wants to give a special happy Mother's Day out to Patricia Moran as well.
Happy Mother's Day,
Miss Pat, and everyone else. Shaquila wants to, from Hair Trap, she wants to give a special Mother's Day shout out to her mother, Andrea Fagan, who's just an amazing woman as well. And we can't wait to get her on the show. So happy Mother's Day to you two ladies.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. And y'all know it's a party. It's a party. It's a party.
Hey.
Fatima Fridays, y'all. We out.
We out. You heard the echo I put on there? TQ, I Am, the Queen I Am, with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. TQIM inspires, uplift, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.